Hello guys and welcome back to another video on the channel, and today me and Moz Sports 11 are doing week 5 NFL predictions. So if you didn't know already, we do this weekly and we also keep track of our record, so at the end of the year the person with the best record wins. So last week Monster Sports 11 went 10 and 6 and I went 12 and 4, and his total is now 42 and 22 and my total is 43 and 21. So
Okay,
I'm one game ahead.
no.
Yeah?
We both would be 11 and 11 right now if the Folk didn't miss that field goal.
Oh yeah, 11 and 5 you mean.
Same thing.
No, it's not. And also, I updated like how it looks, and I'm using a new format for the prediction. So comment down below if you like this one better than the other one. And also, so if you didn't know this already, when I put PR next to a team, that means I picked it. Once I put MS11, that means MS11 picked it. And if I put both, that means both of us picked that team to win. And also comment down below your predictions. And yeah, let's get right into it. So first, we have the Patriots versus the Texans, and my Patriots had a heartbreaker last week. We came so close to beating Brady, but that one field goal doinked off the upright, and it was sad. But I feel like the Patriots should get the easy win here. I don't know if Tyrod Taylor is in. I don't think it'll make a difference. Pats with the win.
Yeah, no big explanation here. We barely lost the Bucks yesterday. Yes, yesterday. Last week, and we're playing the Texans now. Like we're going from one of the best teams in the league to I don't know if I want to say the worst team in the league because
There's the
with Tyrod
Jaguars.
Taylor, they're a little below average.
I mean, they did beat the Jaguars, so.
Oh yeah, true. No, and they were doing decently well against the Browns until Tyrod Taylor got injured.
Oh yeah, that's true also.
Yeah, but I doubt that Tyrod Taylor's playing this game. I even if he is, I still think the Pats will win this, especially with Mac Jones' momentum.
Yeah, that's true. All right. Next is the Titans versus Jaguars, and I remember during my prediction series a couple months ago, I predicted the Jaguars winning for some reason. I don't know why. That's a bad pick. That's like one of my worst picks now. Titans
But
are
you pick the
easy.
Jags winning against who?
The Titans like a couple months ago during my prediction series. I thought the Jags were going to be at least
Oh,
with Trevor
I wasn't
Lawrence.
there.
Yeah, you weren't there probably, but
We
now,
subbed out Derek for me.
yeah, true.
We benched him.
But now Monster Sports. Wait, what am I saying? Oh yeah, now you're here, Monster Sports 11. But I think the Titans should win this one easily, even after losing to the Jets last week. I still think they'll be able to win, even without Julio Jones. He's injured also.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the Titans will win this, even after coming out on after a scary loss to the Jets. Oh yeah, even though I didn't pick the Jets last week, I remember in last week's video I literally said this is a winnable game for the Jets. If they do win game this season, this is a one of the games they will win.
You should have gone
They
with the
possibly
Jets, and you
could.
should have gone with the Jets.
I know. I literally praised the Jets and everything that they had a very good chance of winning this game, but I still went with the Titans. I should have went with my gut like usual. But yeah, the Jags, they're way worse than the Jets. I think when the Jets play the Jags, unlike at the beginning of the year when I thought that the Jags would destroy the Jets are probably going to beat the Jags.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go with the Titans here. No shocker.
All right.
Even, yeah, even without Julio or AJ Brown. Are they both out again?
I have no idea about AJ Brown. Julio's out.
Oh, okay.
All right. Next is the Broncos versus the Steelers. So now the Broncos, they've played their first real team of the year, and they ended up losing. But now Teddy Bridgewater, I think he'll be back though, so they'll have a better chance than with Drew Lock. But they're also playing the Steelers, who have been looking pretty horrible this year, except for Week One. But Week One was kind of a fluke also with the block punt and everything. But I don't know who win this game because the Broncos they haven't been playing much real teams lately, and then the Steelers like they've been playing pretty bad, especially Ben Roethlisberger. I'm actually going with the Broncos here. I feel like the Broncos defense is gonna make hell out of Ben Roethlisberger, and they're just gonna like get a bunch of turnovers. And Broncos offense, even if they're pretty bad, they're gonna get some points. So I have Broncos winning.
Okay, you have the Broncos winning as well. I think this is maybe one of the closer games of the series. Of the week. Even though it's going to be one of the closer games of the week, it's going to be one of the worst ones to watch. since there's going to be a lot of very bad offensive possessions from Big Ben and Drew Lock, right? Isn't Teddy injured?
I have no idea. He had a concussion, so he
Uh,
probably will be back.
Well, either way, it's going to be sloppy for both teams, especially Teddy coming back from a concussion, probably. I'm going to go with the Steelers on this one just because of the better defense. I know they're 1-3 now, I believe, but
Yep.
that shouldn't change things, and I think the Steelers can finally pull off a dub since the first week against the Buffalo Bills, which is weird to say because they beat the Bengals. I mean, they lose to the Bengals, but they beat the Bills.
Yeah, it is weird. Alright, next is the Browns versus the first seed Chargers, which is something interesting to say, even though it's only week 5. But this still be a fun matchup to watch. We got two young-ish quarterbacks, one really young quarterback and one kind of play a couple years, but both are still fun quarterbacks to watch. And both are fun offenses with like Nick Chubb, Kareem Hunt, and on the Chargers there's Austin Eckler, Keenan Allen, also OBJ. I think he's still playing. He might be
Yeah,
injured though.
fine.
All right, that's good for the Browns. So that's why I'm giving the Browns the win here. I just feel like both offenses are good, both teams are good, but I feel like the Browns defense is better, and I think they'll be able to stop the Chargers in a couple of drives. Even though I trust in Justin Herbert, I think he'll have a good game regardless.
Okay. I think the Chargers will win this game. I mean, the Chargers, they're coming off two big dubs. They beat the Kansas City Chiefs, which no one saw coming. Actually, I picked them, didn't I? Yeah, I
Yeah,
did.
you did.
Yeah, I picked the Chargers that game, but no one else saw that happening. And then they beat the Raiders, who I believe I picked the Chargers, but I'm not sure.
We both
But
picked the
yeah,
Chargers that week.
yeah. That might have been one of our split decisions or something. But I'm gonna go with the Chargers here. I believe they can beat the Browns after beating the Raiders and the Chiefs. They have big momentum. They're gonna carry it into Week 5.
All right, next is the
Chiefs
Bills
versus
versus the
Bills.
last place in the AFC West team, known as the Chiefs also. Another weird
Yes,
thing to
sir.
say recently.
Yes,
But
sir.
I'm actually gonna give this to the Bills. Like I know they've been playing some not the greatest teams the last couple weeks, but I feel like they've been playing pretty solid. Mahomes, on the other hand, he's been playing pretty good, but that defense is not looking very good. They let up a lot of points against the Eagles, I think 30 to be in fact. And like also they lost to the Chargers. They lost to the who else did they lose to?
The
Oh, Ravens. Their
yeah, yeah.
defense let up so much points in that game. Their defense let up so much points against the Browns, so much points against the not that many points, but they let up a good amount of points against the Chargers also. And now they're playing the Bills, one of the best offenses in the league. And I think even though the Bills are playing bad teams, I think they're going to bring this momentum into KC. It's going to be an offensive shootout, but I think Bills come on top because of a better defense.
Yeah, the Bills' defense has been stellar lately. They've like they've won both like their last two games by like 30. I mean, they were bad teams, but still. And I mean, the Dolphins are a bad team, but they had Jacoby Brissett. But the Chiefs, I feel their offense and defense have been sloppy lately. Especially, I think Patrick Mahomes, he's too confident now. Like he thinks everything he does will work now. You know what I mean?
Kinda. Not really.
Yeah. So I'm gonna pick the Bills here.
Alright, Bills. So both of us have the Bills beating the Chiefs. Alright, next is the Colts versus the Ravens. And the Ravens had a easy win against Denver last week, especially with Drew Lock in. And the Colts, they had a close-ish game. They were dominating until the fourth quarter against the Jacoby Brissett led Dolphins. But now I think they're playing a harder team, and also the Ravens have been looking pretty solid this year. They won every game but one, and they beat the Chiefs, which is a huge accomplishment, especially for Lamar, who's never beaten Mahomes before. And I think they'll carry this momentum into this week, and they'll defeat the Colts with ease. I feel like it's gonna be a two-possession game. Wentz, I think he'll have a decent game, but I feel like their defense hasn't been performing up to what I thought they would, and also their offense has been kind of subpar. Also,
They haven't been performing to what everyone thought they would be,
you thought
and
they'd be good or bad before the season
they're
started?
very good. I thought they were gonna be really good. One of the best
Same.
D's in the league. They've been very bad, and their offense has been very bad, and that has led to them being very bad.
They're like 1-3 right now. I know
Yeah,
it cut off, but they're 1-3, second to last in the division.
yeah. And I just don't like how they're doing. And then now they're playing the Ravens, who's another very good team that's been doing. I mean, unless you count that Lions win, which is very bad. But I think the Ravens should easily win this. Colts haven't been looking the greatest this year, and I don't think they're gonna look great against the Ravens either.
All right. Next is how America is gonna torture the British by making them watch the Jets versus Falcons in London in Tottenham Hotspur Stadium.
Perfect.
I don't know why they picked this matchup for London. They could have picked a matchup like,
I, mean, I think they just wanted to see like Zach Wilson versus Kyle Pitts or something.
yeah, and probably no other teams wanted to travel to London because actually it's kind of a lot of work because like also jet lag. They also play a little worse, so maybe
I mean,
they got
I don't
these two
think the teams
teams.
get a choice, do they?
I don't know, maybe because they prefer some teams to go to London. Like they bring the Jaguars every year. I don't
Actually,
know.
maybe like this, like two team like the teams that are playing each other, like they ask each like team and like games that have like both teams saying yes, like
Yeah, and
they
they get a
like pick
bye
the
week
best.
after that because of the jet lag thing. I'm pretty sure they do.
I mean, that's fine, I guess.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind playing in London.
Yeah, me neither. It'd be kind of cool. Also, they're playing the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, which is a new-ish stadium. It looks pretty nice in
Oh,
my
in
opinion.
FIFA, the lighting there is horrible. At least for 21 or something.
All
I
right.
hate. You hated playing in Tottenham
I don't
or something.
remember. But
Or
I'm actually
better.
going with the Jets with the victory here. I think they're going to have some
Ooh.
momentum from last week. And I think the Falcons, they're pretty terrible also. The only team they've beaten is the Giants, who are also pretty terrible. So, like, they're all terrible teams. But I feel like the Jets with Zach Wilson are actually going to pull off the, I don't know if you could say upset, but when it's the Jets, it might be upset every week. But they're going to pull off the dub right here, in my opinion. It's going to be like a 3-point game.
Yeah. I mean, Jets got a dub against the Titans, who are good, but they didn't have Julio or AJ Brown, so they didn't have a pass attack. And the Falcons, they almost pulled off a dub against the football team, barely losing to Taylor Heineke on like a last minute drive or something.
Yeah, Falcons choking per usual.
Yeah, I'm gonna give the Falcons the win. They're just the better team in my opinion, better offense, and I think they're the better defense. I don't watch either team play, but I'm gonna give the Falcons this one. They just seem like the better team, and also in London, they have the more experience. Like not like playing in London, but like Falcons just have more experience playing, and maybe they have more experience playing in London, like the players than the Jets, because the Jets are a relatively young team. So yeah, Falcons, I guess.
That is true. Also, next is the Packers versus the Bengals. And the Bengals have been looking pretty solid this season, but now they're playing an NFC powerhouse in the Packers. And I think this is where they're going to have their first tough game of the year. I think the final score is going to be 35 to like 13, but I feel like they're going to rebound from this. Burrow's been pretty nice this season, but unfortunately, I think Brock Rodgers is going to get this win easily. Packers win.
Yeah, same. I think that the Bengals, they're 3-1, but they barely beat the Jags. So I'm giving the win to the Packers.
Alright, next is the Dolphins' worst nightmare. They have to play Tom Brady again. But like they actually did pretty good against Tom Brady. I remember as a Patriots fan, sometimes just randomly like against the Dolphins, they would beat us even when the
That
Dolphins
was in
suck really
Miami. I
bad.
don't think this game's in Miami.
Oh
Is
yeah, it's
it?
in Tampa.
Yeah. I mean, no, it's not going to make that big of a difference. They're both in Florida.
Yeah, true. But anyways, I think the Buccaneers are gonna win this one. They had a close one against the Patriots. That offense didn't play too well, but in the end they clutched and their defense did a good job of holding the Patriots. Plus they got a little help from the rain. But regardless, I think Brady's getting another victory against Miami.
I mean, didn't the Dolphins like lose horribly to whoever they played?
They were playing pretty bad against the Colts, but they almost got a fourth quarter comeback.
I know, but like you can't allow the Colts to like do really good
Yeah,
against
that's
you.
true. But they don't have their starting quarterback. But Brissett played like meh.
Yeah, I know.
He plays like Brissett, like not good, not
Yeah.
terrible, but like in the average.
Yeah. Uh, yeah, I'm gonna give this one to the Bucks. It's pretty obvious, and even with actually Tom Brady meeting with Jacoby Brissett again.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Jacoby Brissett kind of broke out when Tom Brady was out with the Deflategate thing.
That didn't happen.
No, he had a very good game that one when he
Oh wait, you
got the
mean
flag.
that thing? Oh, I thought you meant when
Yeah,
Deflategate happened. No, I thought you meant
yeah.
suspension. Okay.
Oh no.
All right. Next is the Bears versus the Raiders, and I think the Raiders are going to get this victory here. They did have a loss to the Chargers, where they didn't play pretty well, but they're also playing the Bears, who've been looking pretty iffy this season. I mean, they had a win against the Lions, but then again, it's the Lions. Plus, they have the quarterback coming on his second ever start, and his first start against a proper team other than the Lions. So it's going to be difficult for him, but I feel like Justin Fields will do good against the Raiders defense, but I think the Raiders will get this victory by like 10 points.
Yeah, that's what I think that'll happen too. There's, I mean, they played the Lions and the line they what was the score? They won by like 10, right?
I think like 17.
Yeah, they won by like 17. But if you see like the turnovers they got, you would think they'd win by 30. Like that snap that went right
Oh
to
yeah, I
Khalil
saw
Mack or
that.
something. That was horrible. I remember Jared Goff got like sacked and he like threw it right into like Khalil Mack's hands. And then like there were so many things that went wrong for the Lions, and the Bears only won by like 17. And they have Justin Fields, a rookie who's only played twice in the regular season, like ton of snaps. So yeah, I'm gonna go to the Raiders.
All right. Next is the Thursday night football game. So this game happened already before we could make the video, but before the video, we
Oh
made our
yeah,
predictions. MS11 picked the Seahawks. I
no,
picked the
no, no,
Rams.
no. I told my brother to pick. He picked the Seahawks totally.
You picked the Seahawks. I
I
picked
did.
the
I did.
Rams.
I picked
And
the Seahawks because like the Seahawks always have their yearly beating on the Rams, I remember.
yeah, but not anymore.
It's gonna happen later this year then.
It's
They
never gonna
always split
happen.
their series. Like the Seahawks always win like one game and then like the Rams always win like another game against them.
But I
And
got this game right. Plus, Russell Wilson's out a couple weeks, so that's not good for them.
I thought you were gonna like add some random rule because you won that game.
No, I wasn't gonna. All right, next is the Saints versus the football team, and now I agree with MSL. And the football team is overrated in my opinion. No, their defense is really overrated. Their
Yeah.
defense from playing really good last year is playing so bad this year. I don't know like why, but like I'm go
I'm still a Taylor
Taylor
Heineke
Heineke
fan.
though, he's playing pretty nice. I know it's the Falcons defense, but he still put up a bunch of points and led their
He's
team to
played like
victory.
all year. And he's played decent.
Not against the Bills.
Well, besides that,
But other than that, I think the Saints will get the victory here. Famous
I mean,
Jameis. Oh wait, they
the thing
lost. Oh, actually, I don't know. They lost to the Giants. So I'm actually going football team here. I'm joining the Heineke train. I think he's going to carry them to the
okay.
victory.
I'm picking the Saints here. I'm picking with the more obvious pick here because football team, they're a hit or miss team. Same with Jameis Winston, but the Saints defense is more consistent and more better. So yeah, I'm good with the Saints.
Saints.
Hmm.
All right. Oh no, what's going on? All right. Next is the Lions versus Vikings. I probably shouldn't have to say this, but I'm just giving it to the other team.
Same.
Alright, then
Jason
it's
Tamala.
Panthers versus Eagles. The Panthers, they looked kind of iffy last week. They almost got blown out by the Cowboys, but somehow they made an insane comeback. Not insane, but they made a comeback and they almost pulled it off. But then they defense couldn't hold it up, so they ended up losing. But I think they'll easily get the win against the Eagles, even though the Eagles played pretty good against KC, especially that offense. That defense of the Eagles is letting up points. So I think Sam Darnold will have a nice game.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it to the Panthers. It's gonna be closer just because the Eagles have gone better. But since that Falcons game against the Eagles, I haven't seen anything very special. So yeah, I'm giving it to the Panthers.
Alright, Panthers also, okay. Alright, next is the Cowboys versus Giants. Even though the Giants pulled off the win last week, I still think the Cowboys are actually looking pretty solid this year. This might be the Cowboys' year. Like I said before, I don't know to win the Super Bowl, but I feel like
It's
they'll
not
win.
their year to win the Super Bowl, but like
They'll make
their
the
year to
playoffs.
actually do good.
I feel like they'll make the playoffs. Their only other competitions, like the football team, which I said, are not looking too great this season.
Yeah,
So, Dak Prescott, Zeke, that Cooper, Lamb, I think, they're gonna
yeah,
have a
those
fun
dudes.
season. Especially against the
Yeah,
Giants defense, I think this will be a exciting one to watch if you like offensive, one-way offensive football.
I'm giving it to the
Daniel Jones.
Yeah, I'm giving it to the Cowboys just because uh Giants they barely beat the Saints when Jameis Winston had a very bad game. So yeah,
All right. Next is the final matchup of the day. It's a I don't know. It's not Monday Night Football. That's a Bills game. But it's what is it called? Rams? No, not the Rams. Oh, I'm blanking here. 49ers versus Cardinals. That's what they're called. And
uh,
and I don't know. I'm giving it to the Cardinals. They've been looking pretty great this season. They beat the Rams, which were my favorite to win the Super Bowl, and they're doing pretty insane up to that point. And this and the 49ers, they're doing pretty decent either. They lost close ones to Seattle and the Packers. They should have really won the Packers game, but they choked, even though the refs helped them kind of a bit. But I'm giving it to the Cardinals.
yeah, we went to the Cardinals. They're 5-0. Kyler Murray's playing out of his mind. DeAndre Hopkins is having a slow year, but doesn't matter because this team's finally winning.
Yeah. All
So
right.
yeah,
So for our predictions, the games that we don't have picking both, so the games that they'll change the record are Broncos, Steelers, Browns, Chargers, Jets, Falcons, uh, the Rams, Seahawks already happened, Saints, and football team. So those are the games that could change it up. And we're pretty close right now. We only have a difference of 1 point. So I suggest sticking around for other weeks to watch. And yeah, remember to like and subscribe. Check out both of the videos on both of our channels. And we'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.
bye.